Growing up, and I'm talking about a real person. When I ask you this question, like Chuck Norris, uh, G- John Claude Van Damme, Bruce Lee. Growing up, who was your favorite martial artist and why?
Okay. Growing up, so so I'm gonna answer it in like a ladder, right? So growing up, my favorite martial artist um, first was, I mean, of course, Bruce Lee, right? Because he was able to take multiple different arts and put it into one and create his own. But a lot of people didn't understand and they didn't know that one of the things that Bruce Lee did had nothing to do with martial arts, so to speak. It was fencing. He was like a world-class fencer. That's why he was able to close the distance so fast, right? Besides, he studied the psychological warfare of how the brain works, and the brain listens to sound first, and then see movements afterwards, and that's another thing. So when he would go wall, then you would be looking for that wall, and then you get smacked up a couple times, right? So after and that Bruce Lee lasted as my favorite martial arts for a long time. I mean, for a long time. But then um, I seen this guy. He was like a real big. He was a real big guy, and he would be doing these rollouts, right? And then someone showed me a clip of him doing a rollout, but he stood on one finger before he rolled out. And that guy was Dr. Moses Powell. And I'm gonna tell you something. I stuck to that because I didn't know anybody who studied under Bruce Lee. Not saying no one did, because I know there's tons of people out there. But I know people who studied under Dr. Moses Powell. Um, it's some other people that I've considered some of my favorite martial artists as well. Um, Steven Seagal was another one, but again, uh, I figured out that that was the Aikido part, right? But then after studying Sanoku's Jiu-Jitsu, I came to realize that even Steven Seagal elevated his martial art, and it's not even Aikido really no more. It's technically Aikijitsu, which is the highest form of Jiu-Jitsu. Um, but it took somebody like Professor Ernest Miles, Sugalo John Davis, Grandmaster Anthony Muhammad, Suki Hassan Khalid, Professor James Sims, uh, Professor D. World, um, a lot of guys, Professor Grandmaster Hakeem, uh, Grandmaster Lumumba. These guys, watching these guys, because I've seen, like, I know them, I know some of them now, but I also seen clips of them years ago. But the reason why I get to meet some of these guys now is because my instructor, Professor Ernest Miles, is, everybody thinks everybody knows him to be the nice guy, and he's very humble. Tired of seeing these small videos? Subscribe to TeamOSMTV.com, because these full episodes are out right now. Like right now.